the oven in my pocket and another on the bedroom wall. There's 100 that I've torn to pieces, but I could never get rid of them all. All it ever does is rain. All it ever does is rain. All I ever feel is pain. All it ever...
Hold it. So you finish it over. G'day folks, welcome back to another one of Holmesy's Adventure Cooking. It's been a little bit of time since the last time I've cooked anything for you. So if you're watching right now, you'll know that we're all in lockdown again for the next few days. So what an opportunity to do a cook. Now what I'm about to do today is something I've been wanting to do when I do an overnighter on the motorbike for you, to show you that you can cook yourself something half decent with only a few ingredients. However, I'll do it from Sunbury HQ once again, and what we're going to be doing is cooking a spaghetti dish with only a few ingredients. So if you want to point the camera down there, Melissa, we've got our spaghetti. Got some diced bacon. I've popped 3 eggs in a bottle and tomato sauce. So 4 ingredients, and we're going to have a lovely meal, and I'm going to show you how to do that right now. I've been boiling some water, so we'll take that off and we'll put the spaghetti in and cook that through, and then once we've done that, I'll drain the water and I'll take you through the next steps. So pop that in, like so. And we might even have to put the lid back on because I'm losing a lot of heat being outside. It's a little bit of a breeze, so that's okay. We'll get that back up to temperature quick smart. So, pretty easy. 4 ingredients. So I'll pop that back on for now, get some heat back into that. Hopefully it doesn't fall off. So I hope you've all been well. As I said, it has been a while since I've done a bit of a cook up. It's just been so busy, weather being crap. I haven't been doing much motorbike riding at the moment, being very careful. I've got to go in for an operation in 2 weeks' time and have the screws taken out of my ankle, which were put in when I broke my leg in January. So that'll be fun. And that's about it. So let's go back to the dish. Preparation is everything. So what you need to do when you're actually going out on the motorbikes and you know you are going for a stay over for 1 night or 2 nights or whatever, prep is the key. Try to do things at home before you go, so you don't have to do those little things once you park up for the night and start cooking, such as like dicing the bacon. I mean, you might have 2 packs, you might have a pack like that for your meal tonight, and then you might have some long lengths packed in another bag for your brekkie in the morning. So, but just things like, it's a pain in the ass when you're out in the bush and you've only got a little breadboard and you're chopping things up. I find that if you do the prep work, chop up your veggies, your bacon, whatever, put them in a little snap lock bag, get that all done. So it's just a matter of getting your saucepan out or your frying pan or whatever it is that you're using, and it's just a matter of just throwing it all in then, and you cut down on your work. So as you saw, pasta went in, snap lock bag. Later on when I use the bacon, it's ready just to go in and use. Eggs, old trick, nothing new. A lot of people crack the eggs, put them in a little bottle like that. When you're on your motorbike, then you're not in danger of cracking an egg in your side saddlebags or wherever you're going to keep your food and have a mess everywhere. So that's nothing new, but good idea. Packing your sauce in little bottles. So there's so much great stuff out there today. Anyway, what I'll do is, what are we looking? We're looking at the pasta. It's going to take a little while on this burner. It's going to take quite a bit. So what we'll do is, I will go away for a little while and let that cook, and once that is cooked through and al dente, as they say, we'll go to the next part of the cooking process, and we'll put this baby together and we'll come up with a product, and hopefully it's something you can use when you do an overnighter. So I'll get back to you soon. Okay, I think we're just about there. Let's have a look. Looks pretty good to me. Okay, so what we're going to do now is, remembering we're on a camp over, we're on the bike, this is what we have. So this is what I would take if I was spending a night out with a crewman and doing a camp over. So this is your standard, I think it's about 20 bucks for this frying pan kit from Kmart. So I would cook this dish in this little frying pan if it was only for me, but I'm going to use a bigger one today, because when I finish cooking this, it's actually going to go to Melissa and my wife Kim. They're going to have it for lunch. So what we'll do is put these aside. Let's take that off. Let's put that over there. Let's put that there. Right, what we want to do is swap these over. So that can go on the heat. That can go over there. Because what we want to do is just brown off a little bit of bacon first. We don't want to cook it heaps, but we certainly want to get the bacon on. So cooking oil, not dishwashing liquid, Mark Victor. Just put a little bit of bacon, a little bit of oil in there for now. We will add some more later, but the bacon will give off some oil anyway, which is fine. So in we go with the bacon. What we want to do is brown that off and get some colour into that. Okay, so the idea is get some colour into that, not too much, because it's going to remain in the frying pan. But once I get some colour into the bacon, we're actually going to take the spaghetti, and yes, we're going to put it in the frying pan and fry it off. So what we want to do is not cook it long enough that it goes really hard and crappy, just long enough that you get a few little crispy bits and the majority of it stays soft. And mix that in with the bacon, and then when we come to the end where I feel that the pasta's cooked enough and the bacon looks right, then we add the egg, mix it all in, and then I'll show you what we do once that's all done. So again, I'll get some colour into this and we'll come back to you. Okay, just zoom in there, Melissa. As you see, a little bit of colour on that bacon now. You're probably standing in the light. You might have to come around. That's alright. So what we're going to do is put that to the side a little bit. And as I said, we'll put some more oil in. We don't want the spaghetti to burn. We'll put a little bit on there too, won't hurt. Probably going to add some extra. And we put it in like so. So you can see that's a fair old meal there. That was about half a packet of spaghetti, so if you're only cooking for yourself, a quarter of a pack will be fine. So that will definitely feed a couple of people, maybe even 3. Bacon wise, I diced 4 of the eyepieces of the bacon. So you can put in as much as you like. I could have actually probably put another one in there. I didn't realise how much I was going to get out of the spaghetti. But that's all good. So, Put our ingredients up there. All we do now is sit and wait. You just let that fry off. Every couple of minutes, give it a bit of a turn. Get a little bit of colour into the spaghetti. As I said, you want to try and get some little crunchy bits here and there, and 80% of it remains soft. The bacon will also cook off in there a bit more. I'll keep doing what I've got to do, and like that, we'll just, I'll just show you quickly. So this is probably going to take a little while. So as I said, turn it every couple of minutes. I'll do what I have to do here again, and I'll come back to you. Okay, we're nearly there. Just zoom in there, Melissa. As you can see, what I was talking about is you just want tiny little bits of sort of crunchy noodle, but as you can see, most of it remains pretty soft like it was just after it was boiled. So you do it how you like. You don't have to do it like that, that's just how I do it. So now's a good time to add our eggs, and as I said, there was 3 in there. You don't have to do it like that. What you do is you pour it all around so it gets around, and we cook that through, and on top she goes. So what we do now, just let it sit for a few seconds, and we'll really start mixing that in shortly. So it cooks through the whole noodle, and then we'll plate up. So you might be wondering what the tomato sauce is for. I'll explain that in a minute. So just before I do that, let's just... Now you can just crack the egg straight on top if you don't want to put them in a bottle, but I like doing it like this because I don't like having a white section and a yellow section. But again, that's totally up to you. You do it how you would like. I do it sometimes like that. Sometimes I do it like this. So it's not really any big deal. Now, when you put the egg in, as you can see now, if you look in there, that's already starting to get like a scrambled egg. So you don't cook the shit out of it. Once you put the egg in, this is only going to need a couple of turns. I could almost turn that gas off now, which I'll probably do in a minute. There's enough heat in the pan now. Try to get some of that bacon up there. And I cheated, guys, while you were away, while I was doing this, I did chop up a couple more pieces of bacon because I thought it was a bit light on. So, let's turn that off. The meal is now done. So, what I like to do is not spill sauce on myself. Now this is really the key to this dish. So tomato sauce, most people like tomato sauce. You don't have to eat it with tomato sauce if you're not a tomato sauce fan, but I don't know anyone that isn't. But what's important is use the tomato sauce that you always eat at home, because like I said, this is kind of the star of the dish really. And you know, some people like Master Food, some people like Rosella, some people like a Safeway brand, a Coles brand. It doesn't matter, just use the one that you're used to having at home, and then you'll get the full benefit from this dish. So what I like to do is just give it a bit of a squirt in there, and use our tongs, grab some spaghetti, grab some bits of bacon in there. If you can, you grab some of those little crunchy type bits. So we'll get that in the bowl. It's a bit gooey there still. Turn it around. Oops, nearly lost it. Would have been good for the video. So there we go. Got some more of those crunchier bits there. Mark can have those. He likes them. I'm just going to give that a stir, folks, because I noticed there was a little bit of egg not cooked right through. So there we go. That's okay. And back to the sauce. And really be generous with the sauce. And just give it all a bit of a mix so we get sauce on everything. I'll probably even go a bit harder than that. Some people like a lot, some people don't. Quick and easy, 4 ingredients. Great one to do on the bike. Probably a good one to do on the second night because bacon's going to hold up in your pannier bags a lot better than, say, chicken or a steak or whatever. Do your steak the first night, that's what I normally do, and then do something like this on second night maybe, because as I said, pasta, it's dry, it's in a bag. Oil sauce, that doesn't go off. Eggs, they're going to last in a bottle a couple of days, no problem. And perfect for a second. Anyway, shut up and have a taste, eh? I want to try to do this without being messy. I don't know if it's possible to eat spaghetti without getting all over your mush, so. Nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that at all. Now, that in your belly at night, keep you nice and full. Then you can start getting into the neck oils and you'll have a real pleasant night. So, once again, thanks again for joining me. What I plan to do is a couple more little cook-ups like this, where they're quick and simple and just show you different methods of cooking on the same stove using the same pots and pans that you would use if you were on an overnighter. I've got some other ideas I want to share there with you. So until then, catch you later.